welcome to Glimpse TV. I'm here with Marie Forleo in beautiful Sag Harbor, New York. And Marie is the author of Make Every Man Want You, How to Be So Irresistible You'll Barely Keep From Dating Yourself. It's an amazing book. I read it in one day, actually. And she is also the founder of Rich, Happy, and Hot, which is an amazing lifestyle company for women. Do you want to talk a little bit more about your company?
Sure. Why not? Well, Kate and I are kind of really good friends, so this is super fun for me, because I like sitting close to her. Anyway.
We like to cuddle.
We like to cuddle. That's way too much information. So Rich, Happy, and Hot. Basically, for me, I started off being a very multi-passionate entrepreneur, so I was into hip-hop and dance and fitness and teached all kinds of...
And Marie can move.
Crazy booty pops.
Really can if you haven't tried it out yet.
Hopefully, maybe another Glimpse TV will teach the booty
We'll
pop.
dance
That would be
on
really
a different
fun.
Glimpse TV.
And I was also passionate about coaching and writing and spirituality and business and marketing. So, you know, I felt schizophrenic when I was a bit younger.
We should title the show like, you know, past schizophrenic turns her
turns it all around
into a multi-million-dollar empire.
But it's
That'd be a good headline.
It is a really good headline. But I remember feeling quite broken in that regard, and you know, through a lot of series of like introspection and just trying to figure stuff out and leaving a lot of conventional wisdom behind.
Yeah.
I just said, you know, screw it. Let me just do all the things that I'm really into. And that's the only period when I actually started getting traction, was when I stopped trying to pick one thing and just gave myself permission to do all the things I liked.
Yeah.
And then they each naturally found their place.
Yeah.
You know, and some things became revenue producing, and some things became passions, and somehow they melded all together to now be Rich, Happy, and Hot, which is my way of giving women around the world tools to have financial, emotional, and spiritual freedom. So there's a big focus on business. I love marketing. Like I'm going to make up t-shirts one of these days or weeks or whatever that say I effing love marketing.
Amazing.
And really, I found, you know, as a woman who has her own business, we're not really taught how to balance it all. I don't even like that work-life balance thing.
I totally agree.
Balance is bogus.
It's a ridiculous conversation. However,
we do need to stay sane.
Yeah, sanity is a good conversation. Balance is a little more like,
yeah. Right. Yeah. But to try and have tools and have practices that actually allow you to shut off the work mind when you need to kind of disconnect and be chill.
What do you do to shut off your work mind?
I seriously,
I know you work.
I work a lot.
Yeah, and I also don't like the phrase "you work really hard." So I want to say, you work a lot because you love what you do.
Yes.
So yeah. So what do you do to, you know, when you want to hang out with Josh and just like really be present, or be with Zane or Kuma or whatever?
I seriously have to.
Dog.
Kuma's my really cute dog. He'll probably make his way around, and we'll pick him up if he waddles over here. But I literally have to unplug and like tell the team and tell my friends and tell everybody, like, I'm not going to be on email for a little while, or I'm going offline for a bit, and then I just, it's like a practice, almost like staying in a yoga pose, like to not go there.
Yeah, and so you hold yourself accountable by telling other people, in a way?
Telling other people, and then also, this is Kuma, everyone. Hi, Kuma, say hi to everybody out there.
Welcome to Glimpse TV.
Welcome to Glimpse TV. Hi, my name is Kuma. He's really cute.
Okay.
And now he's gone. But yeah, I hold myself accountable with other people, and then I also just have to realize that my best ideas often come when I'm not working. So I trick myself. It's a little bit of a game.
I love that.
That I snow over one on myself and go, oh, like when you go to yoga class regularly, or when you go to the movies, or just do something that is completely not work related, usually I get these awesome random insights.
Yeah.
And so, you know, Josh tricks me with saying, this is naughty. Can we be naughty for a minute?
You can say anything you want on my TV show.
Yay! No, like beep, beep,
no,
beep.
Nothing.
So Josh, when I first started and was really kind of like ramping up my business, you know, in the startup phase of any business or of any project, there's usually a lot more time and energy that needs to go in to get it going. And so, you know, I was putting in some long hours, and he'd be like, shut the computer, like, it's time to go. And that wouldn't work, even though I love him. I was like, God, one more thing, I just have to finish this article, or whatever. And then he'd say, Marie, if you don't come to bed right now and do a little something, he's like, I really don't see your business going that far.
That's amazing.
So
I love Josh so much.
And
That's awesome.
I was like, oh, like he got me.
It's so true.
He got
It is so true. We have to see the value in the things that we don't necessarily, like, aren't inclined to do in that moment.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, he's, that's a very good sales technique.
Yeah.
Is giving you what you want.
Yes.
Through getting what he wants.
Yes. And I was like, and every time he's like, he will talk to me about a project in bed. He's like, I don't really see it making as much money as it could unless you know what you got to do right now? And I was like, God damn it, he got me again. So it's like a joke that we play,
really good.
that we know.
Yeah.
But anytime he wants me to like chill and stop, he can just say that.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's wonderful. So you started out as in New York City.
Yes.
Working in publishing?
Yes.
In magazines.
Actually, the very first job I had out of college was on the New York Stock Exchange.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes, as a trading assistant on Wall Street.
Okay, will you tell a little bit of your trajectory, because I think it's a really great story.
Yeah.
For people who are thinking, oh, I have to have some, degree or certification or spend
Yes.
20 years paying my dues or whatever.
Yes. So I went to school for finance because I thought that was going to be a great way to make a lot of money. And the only job I thought about possibly stomaching was on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange because there's literally no seats and I have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't sit at a desk job.
Yeah.
And I think it was like 6 to 9 months into working on the floor on Wall Street, I realized, I was like, I can't stand this. Like, this is not me. Even though I was good at it and could make potentially a lot of money,
Sure.
I just felt like there was this little voice inside me that said, you are meant to do something else. And I said, well, what is it? And it said, I don't know yet. So it was like a very clear, this isn't it. This isn't what you're supposed to be doing. But it wasn't like, and here's the answer. Mm-hmm. So I had to go on a bit of an odyssey to try and find what that answer was. Yeah. And racking my brain, I thought, well, I love business and I love creativity. And I love magazines. I love women's magazines and clothes and all that good stuff. And so I made my way into Condé Nast Publishing. I started off in ad sales for Gourmet Magazine.
I love Gourmet Magazine.
Yeah. So I got to eat really good food, which is another thing I love to do, is eat.
And you are also an amazing cook.
Oh, thank you.
So, another special skill.
Thanks. So after I was there for a little bit, I realized I had that feeling once again. I was like, well, wait, I don't want to be my boss, who at the time was, an ad sales executive, and above that was the publisher of the magazine. And I could very clearly see, like, how their days were and got the feel. And I was like, I don't want to be them, so what am I doing here?
Exactly.
And then I thought,
That's a good wake-up call.
Yeah, huge. I thought, well, if I don't, maybe I picked the wrong side of publishing. Like, maybe it's not ad sales, but maybe it's the editorial side, which is more creative and blah, blah, blah. And so I wiggled my way into Mademoiselle, which is no longer, but it was a great young women's fashion magazine. And I got a job in the fashion department. And that was all great. And for like another, 6 months or so, I was like playing with clothes, and I was an assistant fashion market editor for swimwear and activewear, and I think one other thing, I forget what that was. But again, that voice started popping up, and I was like, shit. And I felt awful because I felt like I was falling behind. Because now, I was all of 22, or 23 maybe.
And your clock was ticking.
And my career clock was ticking. But seriously, I felt like I had graduated first in my class, and here I was, not knowing what the hell I wanted to do with my life. So I felt like a failure. And I stumbled across surfing the web at work, which is always a great idea when you hate your job. I stumbled across this article about life coaching. And it was about this whole new kind of profession that was rising up that was different than therapy, because from my understanding of it, therapy was a lot about healing the past and like working through issues, and also kind of delved a bit into mental illness, where life coaching was very proactive, and it was very strategic and very motivational and very forward moving, which was all, I was like, oh my God, like, this is all me in a bag of chips.
Yeah.
And so I signed up for a 3-year training course for business coaching and life coaching, and I was doing that at night while I worked at Mademoiselle during the day.
Wow.
Then I got a job offer from Vogue, and it was like that proverbial fork in the road, when you have like one route going this way. It was like, go work for Vogue, or go do this weird, semi-cheesy, strange life coaching thing at 23. I was like, who the hell's going to hire a 23-year-old life coach? Right? Yeah. But I had cojones, apparently, at that time.
Yeah, and you still do.
And I still do.